What is up, everyone? Today, we are going to be looking at the surface level of the game that I've been playing recently, Payday 3. Now, I'm no stranger to the Payday games. I played Payday 2 a lot, probably around 700 hours across various platforms, Xbox, PC. I even played it on the Switch, and I loved it. I loved Payday 2. But I never gave Payday 3 a fair chance until a few days ago when I installed it. Now I want to go look at some of the things that I like and some things that I'm maybe not so fond of. Some of you may agree with me and some may disagree, but you can just let me know down in the comments. I would love to chat with you guys. Anyways, let's head over and see some gameplay. And if you guys liked the video, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and leave me a like. That would be greatly appreciated. And I'll see you guys soon. Okay. So right off the bat, the intro music. I like this. I don't know how anybody could dislike this. Just take a small listen. Yeah, that shit bangs. I don't know what to say. I love the intro music.
Oh yeah, let's hit it.
From the beginning, I feel like I need to start this with something positive. Because, quite honestly, there's a lot of negatives on my list of things I do and don't like. So we're going to start off with something positive, and that is the obvious. This game looks and feels phenomenal. It is a big upgrade from Payday 2. In visuals, graphics look crisp and clean, and the game runs smooth. Now, I'm fully aware that this was not always the case, and at release, the game was actually incredibly unoptimized. However, in 2025, all of the updates that have been pushed out make this game incredibly smooth, and it's incredibly playable, and I could not be happier about it. And now for something that I did not like. And it might be my biggest gripe with the game, the skill tree system. Because it's not exactly a skill tree anymore, is it? It is now in Payday 3. The perk decks from Payday 2. Except it's not really perk decks anymore. It is a watered down version of perk decks that relies strictly on 3 separate things. Edge to do more damage, grit to take less damage, and rush to get a little bit of movement speed. So not only did they give us a watered down version of the perk decks, they took away our skill tree on top of it. It is ridiculous, and the crap that they have fed us in Payday 3, it ruins the whole experience of making builds and giving that replayability to this game, which it so desperately needs. So I don't get how the hell you go from having this, one of the coolest perk decks to ever exist, Stoic, to this crap right here. This was the coolest one and most effective perk I could find in Payday 3. I'm sure that there are builds out there that get a little bit more complicated, but that's just an embarrassment to what the perk deck system even was. It makes no sense to me and really hampers the experience of this game compared to Payday 2. Let's go ahead and talk about something that is a plus, because there's a lot of negativity in this video. Fully admit to that. The weapons in this game feel phenomenal. It's kind of a double-edged sword because I do have my complaints about maybe a lack of weapons. We're 2 years into the development cycle, and there's not that many weapons to choose from yet. But the ones that are there feel phenomenal. Each gun has a weighty impact to it that feels unique and is very special to itself. The first time that I picked up the Spaz 12 in this game, I shot it and the whole screen shook, and I'm not gonna lie, I giggled a little bit. I giggled a little bit with joy because feeling actual weight and impact with these weapons helps a game so much. And Payday 2 really did struggle to capture that for the most part. A lot of the weapons felt the same across the board, and I loved how many weapons there were, but they all, from an audio design perspective and from the weight that you feel in the game, they all felt the same for the most part. So I gotta give a big plus to them in Payday 3 for the sound design and the way they made all the weapons feel. Really, really nice. There's no way. Oh my god. Let's switch gears really fast and talk about the heists in Payday 3 and the significant lack of, to be quite honest, fun. Payday 2 had such a banger heist, man. I mean, I remember my favorites were doing stuff like Firestarter and the Diamond. You had Big Bang, Hoxton Breakout, all of these things. And that was not even scratching the surface of the amount of heists that they had. And yet I can't think of one heist in Payday 3 that I genuinely loved and stuck with me the same way as anything in Payday 2. I have to give it a little bit of credit. I know it's early in Payday 3's lifespan, but I mean, come on, man. You're 2 years into a development cycle, and there is nothing that sticks out in my brain as a pretty casual player of this to make me want to come back and do it all over again. Payday 2 absolutely had that shit on lock for sure. This is definitely my own personal experience, so this one is to be taken with a grain of salt, but it has mostly to do with the community. Now, I found the community to be quite unwilling to help any new players, which I am a new player. I don't know this game, I don't know the ins and outs. I'm trying to do this as casually as possible. And most of my games that I joined, I was met with either being kicked because I was a low level, or I was directly told that I would be in the way and that I should leave, or they would leave the heist. And I think that's a big problem when you're trying to keep a game like this alive and new and having these fresh players come in to try and give it a shot. That sort of disconnect between high-level players and low-level players is going to drive a huge divide in the community. Obviously, this is incredibly case by case, and there are plenty of great people in the community that do help people learn. But in my time playing, I was mostly met with being kicked or being told that I'm a problem. And I think this also comes down to another complaint that I have, and I think it kind of leads into it. There's just this overwhelming lack of feeling like a cohesive team in Payday 3. Payday 2 had an incredible standard for grouping with people. You might join a random in the middle of their heist, but as soon as you're out of the game, it would keep you in the lobby for you to all go play in your next heist and debrief and check your loadouts and everything, and just sit there and aura farm with your buddies. And that was indirectly removed in Payday 3, because when you finish a heist, now you must vote to continue as a group, therefore kind of creating this disconnect between people that I think just bleeds into how people interact in this game. That is not to say that there isn't still moments of fun and wholesomeness to be had in this game. I did have a ton of fun with the communication wheel. I gotta give big props to the communication wheel. I think it's the funniest thing they could have done to this game, and it was absolutely necessary. It is so funny because you capture moments like this.
Fuck. Check out the guard. Fuckers. Motherfucking fuck. There's a guard.
Shit, drill.
Fuck. Fuck. Guard over
I see
there.
a camera.
Don't move a muscle.
Guard.
If you move, I'll open fire. I just cuffed some scumbag. Better search the area.
Fuck-a-rooney.
Motherfucking fuck.
Shit on a stack.
Check out the guard. I see a camera.
Piece of shit, drill.
Fuck.
Watch the camera.
Like, come on. It's just too fun to have those little moments with people, and it's really awesome. So good job on the communication wheel. I'm really happy about it. So I was inspired to make this Payday 3 video because I had been wanting to give Payday 3 a try for quite a while, and every time I looked up anything about it or anything about it came out, it was just all of this is basically doom posting. I mean, you go on YouTube and you don't have to look very hard to find videos titled like why Payday 3 is a failure, this game is dead, and that it's just not gonna live, and people are calling for it to be canceled entirely, and the devs are making all these terrible decisions. I needed to see it for my own eyes, and I want to say that I started this video wanting to make it with full optimism, because I do have a deep love for the Payday series, but after a while I just found myself bored, which is tragic for a game like this. It has such potential to be a successful Payday 2 successor, but at the moment it just lacks too much, from small numbers of weapons and unintuitive skill sets to a lack of content and a community that is dwindling on death. Payday 3 needs to kick it up, and they need to kick it up hard if it's going to redeem itself in the eyes of the community. So on the surface, what is Payday 3 like? On the surface, it is a clean looking game, it feels good, it's got good optimization, and a community that really wants to rally behind it. But it is going to struggle as it's currently being held back by a lack of content and strange choices from developers that might just be too little too late. Of course, there's still a lot of fun to be had in this game with friends and a good group of people. But anyways, guys, that is where I'm going to leave it. Thank you so much for watching this. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next game. Later.